Hey folks, Dr. Papa here with yet another alt. Look, the reason I'm doing this is very simple. With the advent of runes, I've got to have a couple alts that are mining runes on a daily basis. I still want to keep my foot in the door as far as collecting watermelons and fishing and getting treasure chests. So I just don't have enough alts right now. So you get the benefit of watching me build an alt from scratch that can be used for farming, can be used for mining, can be used for combat eventually, but we're going to build this alt from scratch. So let's just head into it. I have done a little bit of stuff on this alt already, but nothing to really write home about. So I'm going to get going again with this Woodland Wanderer. I'm going to do the first part of the tutorial up through getting my stone axe and stone pickaxe, because that's going to help me get further into my tutorial. But I'll walk you through that when we get going. So I am going to head over to the forest via the Citadel. When I start off a new toon, I purposely don't do anything as far as breaking blocks and stuff in the island, because I know I'm going to have better tools fairly shortly. So I want to take that into account. So we're going to run over here. Okay, we're going to gather some wood. Pull out the trusty axe. I've said before, but just in case you haven't heard it in my other videos, it's perfectly fine to share breaking stuff with other people that's in the server. You share in getting the rewards. Nobody's stealing anything from anybody, unless you happen to be with someone that's coming around with a massively different tool, and then they're killing 95% of the item and you're only getting 5%. That won't be enough for you to get credit for it. But let's pop over to the mines. Righty then. So we're gonna grab our pickaxe and we're gonna do some. Oh, looky there, Mother Alton here. The one that I'm using to do the vast majority of the tutorials is up there on top, doing some XP mining. Got a level. Okay. And we are going to craft that stone pickaxe right quick. Boom, boom, boom. Continue, continue. Alright, we're going to use this one for a while because it'll be a lot faster than the other one. Okay, we're going to craft a stone axe. Okay, and that completes the base tutorial on getting through stuff. Now, here's where I diverge from continuing to follow this thing here. All right, so I've got all of these things that I'm not going to use anytime soon. Eventually, I'll need to use the sword, but I've got these two guys right here, right? So I'm going to take these, and this here I'm going to be watching my mastery for mining over here. We need to get through to level 8. I want to get through to where I'm going to get a iron pickaxe. We're going to pop over to the forest and do the same thing with the stone axe to get the iron axe. And then since we're building an alt, we have a big brother, namely my main, that's going to send us some stuff to get us going the rest of the way to building out this alt. All right, so I'm keeping an eye on my XP. As it goes up in levels, it will give me notices on the top right-hand corner. But right now, I just want to burn through as much stone as possible. Stone is the best XP. Ooh, I could do a mining underling right now. Not interested in that. Uberon wants his cash right now. He wants us to go get that stone underling right off the bat. Well, he can wait. I don't need an underling right now. I will eventually get underlings, but not at this stage. Come on! Cranking up on some stone. There's another level. Levels go so fast when you're first starting out with these things, which is a good thing because it keeps you engaged, keeps some advancement going on, etc. All right, there I could do my copper pickaxe, but that's not enough. Sticking right here with the stone until I get to iron. But as an example, if we look at the masteries, so I've already done 72 out of 80, so I'm not quite halfway. And I've been at this, what, 8 minutes or so? It's nothing to get all the way to iron. So I'm going to spend 15, 20 minutes tops to get to being able to do the iron tools, and they'll make a huge difference in everything that I do. You'll notice I'm staying with stone because it's the highest XP. I want maximum XP for my stone right now. I don't care about this coal. I don't care about the basalt. All I want is stone right now. I'll be a little less picky after I get to my iron tools. Let's check and see how we're doing. Got about 22 more to go. There's another level. Love how rapidly we're moving up through here. Boom. Iron pickaxe. Over to the forest. We are in cruise mode now. I should have just teleported. I didn't have to go back through here. Same thing. I'm not worried about copper. I'm not worried about bouncing around to getting experience on different trees. I am purely getting XP in the most efficient manner possible, which are these oak trees. I'm going to just tear through a bunch of oak trees until I get to the iron level on being able to do tools. Another level. We love new levels. Okay, I've got my sawmill unlocked. That would allow me to do some stuff with this wood that I'm picking up now. Sawmill is where you do furniture, where you do a number of different things. Copper axe done. Typically that means we are at or near halfway through to getting the iron. So that one, we've got 65, got to get to 150. So we're a little less than halfway on the wood. But I hadn't stopped at as soon as we got the copper last time, so I had kept killing a few more rocks. Alrighty then, so probably 20, 25 more trees and we should be done with iron. Now the goal of this is purely to get to the iron level as quickly as possible. And by doing so, that will speed up my tools drastically. The nice thing about these early levels is virtually everything that we're grinding right now is also sellable, so we can turn it into cash. Not that that's a big deal. Like I said, this is an alt. This is not one that this is going to be a primary thing, and I'm going to actually fund it through my main account. I'm going to send some stuff over. After this tree, we'll check and see how I'm doing as far as getting that mastery up to iron level. Alrighty then, let's see. Ooh, got about 12 to go. So just a few more trees and we'll be done with getting to iron level on both of these. Boom, another player level. Loving it. Come on, chop, 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 chop. Iron axe unlocked. Beautiful. All right, so I am actually going to log out of this tune and log into my main and show you some of the decision-making process on how I'm going to fund this alt for what he's going to do. All right, here I am back in my main. All right, so let's pull up. You are recording the entire display. Perfect. Let's pull up this Excel spreadsheet and let me show you what we're talking about. All right, so these are all the crops. I am anticipating a couple of things. One, I want this alt to be able to farm, meaning I need to get him to watermelon capability as soon or as quickly as possible. So you see each one of these items here. It's actually a calculation that tells me I have to plant 42 wheat to get to a wheat underling. I have to plant 950 carrots to get to a carrot underling. Now, the nice thing is, once I have these two, that means I can have a maximum of 2 underlings. They don't have to be that variety, but I can have 2. By the time I get all the way down here to the watermelon level, which is right here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 underlings that I can do simultaneously. And we'll go into the math a little bit further, but those 8 watermelon farms can start to begin to really turn around and get you some serious cash. So I've got 2 different options here. One is the minimum option. So what these calculations do on the right hand side is it says if I'm going to plant, let me back up for a moment, between the point at which you start your island, that center point, if you will, that you come in the thing, and you back away all the way from the portal, all the way to the farthest edge, you can plant a 3 path wide, which will give you a total of 540 crops. I'll put some notes on the screen so that you can see that. But those 540 crops you can utilize to help build out your thing. So what I've done is I've taken, my plan is to get all the way to being able to do watermelon crops right off the bat with wheat. I'll give you that math in a little bit. But anyway, once I get to being able to do all the crops, then I'm going to plant 20 of the carrots, 25 tomatoes, 30 corn, 35 strawberries, 45 red potatoes, 135 white mushrooms, 200 and actually I should make that 270 watermelons, which will add up to that 540. And as I go through and I complete all of these different iterations, it will allow me to finish my mining all at the same time. Basically, wheat will be done, and then as soon as I get to sufficient iterations of all of these crops, I'll get carrot and corn and so forth all at the same time. I'll get those proficiencies, and all of a sudden be able to open up eight watermelon farms. For 8 watermelon farms, I need more than this, but this will be a start. 270 watermelon seeds will get me enough to get started with 5 or 6 of the watermelon underlings and so forth. However, I also have to accommodate being able to do all the other seeds. So my total cost is going to be a minimum of 22,000 watermelons to kick off this alt and not have to keep going back and going back. Now I'm going to add to that a little bit because this will just get me through the seeds. I want to be able to do my first 4 underlings. Each underling is 8,000. So I need this, which is, we'll round it off to 22,000, plus I need 4 times 8, which is 32,000. So I need a total of 44,000 watermelons to get this alt up and running. However, I've been through this a number of times. Again, I don't want to wait for those different things to happen. So I'm going to be using this calculation over here, which is going to get me much faster. But I've got watermelons coming in very rapidly. So don't use the maximum calculation if you don't have it. Go with the more nominal one and start slowly building your watermelon empire. I'm going to take this minimum of 100,000 and bump it up to 150,000 watermelons that I'm going to send my alt. So that's what I'm going to go do. I could also mitigate the cost by sending seeds from my main, which I certainly can do, but for purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to send the cache. So teleport, Citadel. Okay. You can see I'm not poor. I've got almost 9.5 million watermelons on this account. Total, I have about 45 million or up over 5 billion in coins. But we're going to send 150,000 of these guys. Hopefully at some point in the future we get the ability to just type an amount in here rather than having to scroll all the way up. We'll see. Suggestion has been made. All right, there's 150,000 watermelons. We're going to send those off. Well, yeah, let's double check and make sure that's the correct. Nope, not you. Make sure you're the correct alt that I'm sending to. All right, send mail. I have presents. Ooh, look, I have presents. And I'm going to get another badge. Watch this. Well, with 18 million, I think it's a little more than the 1 million that I needed for the thing. But still, I don't need any of this stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and sell it off. I might need the wood. No, I'm not going to need the wood, so I'm going to sell all that too. Pop over here. Get my iron tools. Iron pickaxe. Iron axe. Excellent. Okay. And I need to pick up from Gideon. I need 1,000 dirt. Thank you, Gideon. I need and I will end up selling off more than what I need, but I'm going to go ahead and get my maximum that I need for that point of entry back to the edge. So I'm going to build a 3-path wide, 540 crops at a time pathway there. And that will kickstart my farming quite nicely. Okay. Okay, this block that I landed on, I want it gone. The reason I want it gone is I want to cultivate it. I want to break one of these leaves over here and put it in there. That way I know my spawn point all the time. Don't have to worry about it. All right, so I mentioned straight back. So we need to cultivate all of this stuff 3 wide. So we're going to have to throw some additional stuff in here. We're going to have to break additional stuff, because I just want a nice runway here.